Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Canon Vision Connected Experiences. My name is Jean Mazel, and I'm working for Canon Central and East Europe. Today, we are not going to talk about one camera or one lenses. We are going to talk about solution, workflow. Solution dedicated to you, the next generation of broadcasters, producers, and filmmakers. During our event, Sebastien Devaud, our Multicam Canon ambassador, and his wonderful technical team will bring you to two solutions. One, we call it AOS-C solution, which is using large sensor cameras for multicam solution. The second one, it's kind of very exciting moment because for the first time we are going to use our new PTZ 4K cameras with a combination of ENG corporate cameras. Don't hesitate to use the YouTube chat box in your windows, because at the end, we will take all your questions, and Sebastien and his team will answer to all your questions. Today, we have also Paul Atkinson from our headquarters in London, Canon headquarters. He will be with us to answer and to give some information as well. I wish you a good event. Sebastien, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Jean, and welcome everybody at the Belive studio from the Belive Group. Once again, I'm very happy to be part of a Canon event to share our experience on set. Today, our purpose and topics will run around the opportunities and potential of the Canon product in the multi-camera workflow. Our current special period is also the right moment to explain all the remote opportunities. As a TV director, I work in the broadcast industry since more than 20 years, and I really want to share, explain, and highlight all the benefits of the Canon product in the multi-camera setups. To make this possible, we have the chance to discover the Attori, who allow us to watch real live performances on set. But we are also connected to London. We have the chance to be with our friends Paul Atkinson. Paul, do you hear me?
Certainly do, Seb. How are you doing?
Fine, very fine. I'm very happy to be with you for this event. So I give you the floor.
Hi, everybody. Sebastien said I'm Paul Atkinson. I'm a product specialist with Canon Europe, Middle East and Africa. And I'd like to welcome you to this chance to see a whole Canon approach to a live event of cameras, lenses, controllers, and monitors. It's going to be quite a ride, and I think you'll very much like what you see. And I look forward to speaking to you about some of the key features later on in this session.
Thank you very much. And again, very happy to be with you on this event. So as mentioned by our friend also Jean, we will start with a first part dedicated to a Cinema EOS workflow, where I will explain my choices of camcorders and lenses from Cinema EOS camcorder range and also from the Cineservo lenses range. In this part, we will also explore the HDR settings and also shading settings with our friends Stéphane. In the second part, I think all the audience wants to see the new PTZ range in action. So we will have firstly the presentation of Paul with all the details with a keynote presentation or PowerPoint presentation, and after you will see a demonstration in action of the PTZ. Come with me, look at this. This is the new PTZ. So we have the chance to have one white, the model, the white, but it exists also in black. Maybe it could be more more benefits to have the black one here, because you can see in the sets with the white color. So finally, the last part will be the Q&A, where all the audience will have the opportunity to ask us what they want around the multi-camera setup. More than few words, I already want to thank all my team, without whom nothing could have been possible. It's also good to mention that we have decided to stream in our current standard from the broadcast industry, Full HD. So we will stream in Full HD, 25p, 10 bits, 4:2, with the benefits also to use a HLG profile. So it will also good for the dynamic range, even if we stream the events. Just before the first slide, please look at this small recording where you will discover a short historical memory of some of my already done projects shot with Canon multi-camera setup. Go, Seb.
Exactly 10 years ago, I had the chance to be part of the European launch of the original Canon C300, first product of the Cinema US range. I produced a movie in which I wanted to highlight the benefits and advantages of this first versatile Super 35 body. A better dynamic range than before, and accuracy of the colors thanks to the well-known Canon color science. Everything was planned to shoot a lot of other productions, and I enjoy it so much that I wanted to integrate it in all my multi-camera setups. My first experience was with M6, a French TV channel where I used to shoot a lot of different TV shows. At this time, no opportunity to use a remote controller to match several C300 together at distance. So we made the settings on one camcorder and upload to all the others thanks to a SD card dedicated to record the profiles. The result was very nice, and I really discovered that the depth of field of these big sensor camcorders could help us to avoid the moire of the big LED screen integrated in all the TV studios. Since 2011, this shallow focus, already well known in the cinema industry, became a new aesthetic style in our broadcast industry. In the same time, I also made a lot of multi-camera outdoor productions. From 2014 and during 3 years, I worked with my operators team on a great show for France Television channel, where my choice for the camcorder was among the XF range with 6 XF305 and 3 XF105. My choice was made regarding the 12 hours of recording without any stops, too hard for the operators to focus in a Cinema US workflow, and also with the nice opportunity to have more time in color grading than usual for this kind of productions. Thanks to the high sensitivity produced by the Super 35 sensor, I had also great results with a C300 multi-camera setup in 2015 in the Louvre Museum, where we had the chance to shoot a VIP visit during wine night. All the setup was created with wireless transmission to manage my team with a mobile workflow. Always in 2015, with the launch of the CineServo lenses range, the operators were able to regain focus and zoom control much more easily than with the famous EF lenses dedicated to the photo industry. The apparition of this CineServo controller on these Super 35 4K lenses, already well known with the ENG 2x3 lenses, was the first step to enter in the easy remote setup for any devices as crane to control the lens at distance. Among this range, the first lenses available were 17 by 120 mm and the amazing 50 by 1000 mm. Last year, the new 25 by 250 was added to the CineServo range. The use of a full servo kit is also nice to mention as a great studio opportunity for operators. And more than all the other Canon products, the apparition of the official Canon remote controller RCV100 needed for any studio setup gave the power to the vision guy to match all the cameras together. Finally, it's also interesting to mention that since 2018, budgets have been reduced forcing us to find solutions, in particular by reducing the number of operators. I decided to ask an engineer friend to build my Canon homemade PTZ with the compact Canon ME200 camera to keep the render of the Super 35 shallow focus. We really succeeded with them on various TV shows as Au Tableau, where most of the camera had been remoted to let the guest of the show really alone with the children who had to question him. Same workflow on more traditional daily TV shows where compactness was necessary, but always with the willingness to keep the aesthetic and cinematic render very appreciated by the TV producers. Finally, last setup example on a particular production where we had to create and simulate a real storm with rain, gust of wind, lighting, to see and study the reaction of a complete family in these extreme conditions. As we wanted to get the authentic emotions of this family, all the cameras were dissimulated in their house, and our homemade PTZ once again had their place in this amazing setup of 33 cameras. With time and techno evolution, all the tools requested by the broadcast industry to set up and remote a Canon multi-camera workflow appeared in the last 10 years, as remote controller, full servo kit, Cine servo range, Wi-Fi transmission, and 2 weeks ago the new Canon PTZ range. Today we have the chance to explore more in detail these Canon multi-camera setups in live conditions with a unique and simple PTZ workflow, but just before with a complete Cinema US workflow. The show must go on, so please watch our first live music performance with the Atari band. 3, 2, 1.
We're the Atari, this is Wings.
You can fly, take my breath away. Up so high, what's it like to find your way? If you try to calm down, don't you cry, make a sound. I don't think that your heart would understand, 'cause life ain't bright as gold, I'd say cold as snow. Who knows when there's light at the end of this? 'Cause all we need is a little bit of faith, better times are rain. All we need is to never go back, is to never go back. Wings, you can fly, don't feel scared, don't be shy. Can't let time pass you by with clouds of gray. Don't you go reminisce, you will fall in abyss. Take your pride to one side, things ain't the same. 'Cause even when we're gone, life will carry on. Who knows when, whenever our time is cold. 'Cause all we need is a little bit of faith, better times are rain. All we need is to never go back, is to never go back. So settle down when the summertime, have a look around. is to never go back.
Way!
Cheers, guys. Thank you so much.
Woo!
We'll be back in a bit.
Very, very nice. Thank you. Thank you very much, the Attori, for the first live performance. Thank you very much. So, it was really a pleasure to have the Attori with us for this event. But please, Jean, now, can you explain to all the audience a little our workflow, Cinema EOS workflow, with the next slide, please, Jean?
Yes, of course, Sebastien. So thank you to the Attori. So this, let's say, Multicam Live was shooting with combination from Sebastien. We have a combination of C300 Mark III and C500 Mark II. Sebastien is also a fan of Cine lenses, servo. So we have some very good lenses there. We will see more detail later. For multicam purpose, this is very good to have the EUV2 extension, and this is allow a very good control and connection between the stage and the technical team. So here you can see how the connection is working. So we have, of course, arrow in black, which is SDI signal connecting cameras, video signal from cameras to technical team. Then has on the right, you can see the C70 is on HF and on gimbal. We need to generate a gen log to synchronize all cameras, even the HF. So we are using this blue arrow to make this synchro. We have gen log generators that is synchronizing all cameras. Finally, from the EUV2 extension, we are connecting using what we call RR100 cable. This is a red arrow on this slide. This is a RS422 protocol. This is 8-pin cable, which is connect every camera to our Canon RCP. And the Canon RCP is RCV 100. Then we have another section today. If you can change the slide. Hello? Yes, and this is, we can call it vision section or shading section. So we have here this wonderful RCP, RCV 100 with a cable that is allow full connection from the lens and the camera. And we are using two monitors, one 31-inch, the DPV 31, and one 24-inch, the DPV 24. We're using it for program and multi-viewers.
Thank you. Jean, it's over?
Yeah.
OK, thank you very much for this first detailed explanation of our Cinema EOS workflow. Very nice. Again, hello, everybody, for this event with the launch of the PTZ and also the explanation of the Cinema EOS workflow. Why I have a gimbal in my hand? Because I have the chance also to have another gimbal who shoot me, which shoot me now. So please, can I see the, yes, we can see the crane. So, Will, how are you? How do you leave the event?
I'm fine, yeah.
Yeah, fine?
Yeah.
So we have the chance to have a wireless connection with one of the latest release of the Cinemas range, as the C70. Yes, C70. I really fall in love with this camcorder, very compact.
Yes, me too.
Yes. So, please, Will, can you? I want to have your first feeling about this compact body. It's not like mine because this is the 1DX Mark III from Digital EOS, but there is something similar from the form factor.
Yeah,
When you
size
see front, yes,
yeah.
the size and maybe the weight also.
Yeah.
What is your feeling? What is your feeling about around the C70 and also the on a one-hand gimbal?
So what I like with this new camera is the dual pixel technology. So you have the autofocus and you have tracking faces.
It's the first time you use the dual pixel technology?
Yeah. Yeah,
yes.
first time.
So you like the
really.
render of and the tracking?
And it really works. So
it
yeah.
really
I
works.
mean, low light, it works.
And when you shoot the keyboard, it stay on the keyboard, on the face of the guy. How do you manage the focus? Because we have the chance to see you near the drums.
Yes.
Yes. How do you manage the focus?
I can put the focus with the touch screen on the C70, and when I have a person in front of the camera, the tracking goes to the face.
Yes.
So the focus is on the face.
Okay.
And yeah, because I don't have an assistant to make the focus.
Of course.
So it's really helpful.
And you are part from the new generation of filmmakers. So it's, your advice is very important for all the audience because you are really new generation. So you have the talent of the new generation. And what do you think also is it easy to set up and balance on the one hand gimbal?
Yeah, just in 5 minutes, you can put the C70 on this gimbal. And I think it's the maximum weight you can put on this one hand gimbal.
As mine, because I have a small story with this. I just finished a very nice production in collaboration with Canon France and Disneyland Paris. And our work was to shot in dark ride. The name of the work was the Dark Rides. Okay. So to shoot in the attraction, but in very low light. So we have made tests with all the competitors, compact HDSLR. And the winners for all these tests was very fair test, and was where the two winners were C70 and 1DX Mark III. Yeah. Thanks to the sensor and the high sensitivity.
And maybe the lenses.
Yeah, maybe also the lenses. Yeah. What do you think about the touchscreen?
I like it also because yeah, you have the settings you can manage. Just with one finger, and you can turn it in front of you, so it's also a cool thing. And yeah, I think the quality and the resolution of the LCD is better than the other companies.
Good news, very good news from.
So I like it.
From the new guy of the new generation. It's very nice for this compact, but I really fell in love with these two products. It's my preference. At this moment, C70 as camcorder and this one for everything. It's very, very amazing. So also I see that your gimbal is like a trick.
Yeah.
You change. I have the Manfrotto one. Do you know this one?
Not this one, no.
Okay, and yours, it's which one?
It's the DJI Ronin.
Okay.
Ronin S.
So you have made like a Steadicam.
So I put a Western arm Steadicam.
Thank you very much for your explanation. But in my Cinema EOS workflow, I have other. My choice for the camcorder is not only the C70. This is really dedicated to the wireless transmission because you have the power to set up very easily and to balance it. Okay. See you soon.
Yeah.
Thank you. Another guy, another friend. So, just 1 minute, please. I put this on the table. So, my choices, it's interesting. For the other camcorder is also one of the latest release of the Cinema EOS range. Yes. With the C300 Mark III. What is similar? The sensor. It's the new DGO sensor. And it offers more than 16 plus stop of total dynamic range. Amazing, no?
Yes, very amazing.
Okay.
And you know, it's the first time, and you know, it's the first time that I can see details of faces against the backlight. It's the first time.
Okay. I want Seb. Okay. Tell me when it's possible because I really want to. Have you seen on the first live performance of the Atari something completely crazy?
Yes.
What? Speak to the audience, please.
The detail of face against the backlight is, for me, exceptional. Exceptional.
Okay. Seb, can I have a replay, please? I need a replay. Okay, but it's now. Huh? It's not in 5 minutes. I really need now. Because, okay, so I will speak about my other choice. So I have 3 C300 Mark III,
yes.
1 C70, So, because I prefer I want to have all the benefits of the new DGO sensor. But I want to explain really the benefits of this dual gain output. Look at the replay. So now it's the beginning. It's your first shot.
It's the first shot.
Okay.
Exactly.
You know what? What are the benefits? The DGO power, one gain, give priority to highlight iris, to give priority to saturation in the highlight iris of the image. While, again, please, while the second gain give priority to reduce noise of the dark shadow region.
Yes.
So you can see near the drum, no noise.
Yes.
Dark shadow region. And near, look at the singer, very huge backlight.
Yes.
And you have all the details of everything.
It's exceptional for me.
Ah, yes, I think it's
the
amazing.
first time
It's amazing. Amazing. So it's really the reason I have put in the workflow C300 Mark III. And I choose also to put one full frame sensor with the C500 Mark II. And you will see the reason later in the event why I have chosen to put also on my slider, SIRP slider, I have chosen to put one full sensor. So you know now my choice for the camcorder with this amazing new DGO sensor. But what about the lenses? What about? Everything is from the CineServo range. I love the CineServo range with the motor drive units here. So what is your power with this? You can manage now and control very easily.
Very easily.
Focus and zoom.
Quickly.
Okay, show to all the audience how you manage this. Yes?
And with just one end.
One end.
I can use the zoom and the focus.
Okay.
Just only one.
What is the difference with the cinema lenses? The rotation of this ring is 300 degrees and, on the cinema range. So you need a focus puller.
Yes.
Impossible to make yourself.
No, it's impossible.
Yes, it's very difficult. And this, the rotation of for the CineServo range, it's just 180 degrees. So you have the power just with one hand. Yes, but you have also other remote opportunities with your full servo kit.
Exactly.
So you have
got the zoom and the focus.
Yes. So you manage like this, yes, for the zoom, and this. What do you prefer, with your hand or with the remote?
Personally, I prefer with only hand.
Okay. And how do you leave the Canon event?
Fine.
Fine?
Fine.
Yes?
Yes.
It's nice?
Yes, it's nice.
You enjoy?
Yes, I enjoy.
It's cool, because I know you since very long time, so it's a pleasure to be with you on this event.
Years.
But you are a strange guy. You are a little bit crazy also. Because
you speak about
yes. What is this prism? You put a prism front of the lens.
Yes,
Why?
it's just a personal touch to make a beautiful...
Say to the audience. It's
yes.
what?
It's just a personal touch to make a beautiful
aesthetic style.
Aesthetic style.
It's your personal touch.
Yes,
okay, I want to see the result. So please frame something as my face here.
Yes.
Okay, I want to see a result. So your prism is the distortion.
Yes.
So you use, like on this very this 4K capable lens, you use like a prism to make aesthetic style, your aesthetic style.
Exactly.
Thank you, my friend. You are completely crazy, but I love you.
Thanks.
Can I have the microphone? Because I want to introduce one other guy. One other friends. I think it's Jean-Luc with the crane. Hi, Jean-Luc. How are you? How are you?
Very well.
What, sorry?
Excuse.
Very well? Okay. How do you leave the Canon event?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, CineServo lens, same. You have the chance. Manu, you are my master long angle in this workflow for the face of the singer. And Jean-Luc, you are my master wide angle in my workflow with the 17 by 120. Because we don't speak about the focal length you use, Manu. Sorry, I forget this. It's the latest release of the CineServo range. It's a 25 by 250. Amazing. And you have an extender, no?
Yes. Yes.
Sorry.
I've got an extender just here. And you say...
Put the extender, so the focal length will reach 375 millimeter.
Yes.
Yes. So again, can I have the render of my master? Yes. Thank you. With the menu, please. Yes. And you put the extender? I think it's a little dark, the image. Stefan, can you change this, please?
Without and with.
Yes. So the focal length, please go from the long angle to the wide angle. Please, to see. Yes. Without the extender?
No, without extender.
Can I have more light on the set, please? Because I think the render is too dark for the audience. I want more light, please. Yes?
Yes, you know.
Yes,
so,
good. Good. So, amazing focal length with your distortion, with your prism.
Yeah.
Good.
And now you want to see with extender?
Yes, please. Okay, amazing focal length. Amazing. Thank you very much, Manu. So I go now to Jean-Luc with the wide angle. So you use on the crane, as you are my wide angle, master wide angle, you use more 17 than 120.
Yes.
Okay. Do you like the Canon products?
Yes.
Okay, good. Do you understand all my questions?
Yes.
Okay, good. So you are connected and you have the power to control also zoom and focus with your own controller. Sorry, can you go, please, Will, behind to have a nice background of the set? So this is your own controller. And you have the power to connect it thanks to the drive of the CineServo. Huh? Yes, so look, now it's connected here. As the full servo kit is connected under the drive of the lens here with these two cables. So, but I know that we have the power also to remote. Can I have the render of the crane, please? So, yes, we have the render. Please, can I have also the menu on screen? Yes, perfect. Thank you, guys. So, look at something. Could you make a zoom, please, slowly, with variation of focus to see that it's true? So you zoom and you change my focus. Can you defocus my face? Yes, perfect. So it's true. And now Stefan, you don't know who is Stefan, but later you will discover this guy, amazing guy. Please, can you change the aperture? Yes, you have the power. And please look at Will. Can you shoot the crane? The crane, please. HF, Will. Yes. So you see that nobody is touching the camcorder, even the lens. So again, the render of this crane. Yes, and you have also the power to change shutter speed and sensitivity. Okay. Everything is alive, so we have the power to remote everything as focus and zoom with the own controller of Jean-Luc, and also with Stéphane behind with RCP. Described before by Jean. Perfect. I think I forget some lenses from the CineServo range. Hey, Jean, yes, it's your turn.
Yes, you forget.
Because I'm fan of this model.
Yeah. And what I wanted to say, looking at you playing with high-end Cine lenses, which is 17, 120, and 25, 250. This is huge to see you playing with Cine lenses in broadcast environment. This is very excellent. exercise. Yes, we have also for more affordable project, we have two compact Cine Servo. I start with the 70-200. This lens is working as this is quite of long lenses. Of course, this is working for Super 35 and full frame cameras. There is also a drive here. Maybe you can look at the drive. That's a very good lenses for some setup, for TV setup on cinema cameras. And I'm very happy that, Sebastien, you decided to use this other one, the other compact one, which is 1880. Again, there is a drive on it. So these two lenses can cover all you need for an event, for your setup, and this is affordable lenses. But careful, because this 1880, of course, is for more dedicated to Super 35 cameras. So Seb, I think you can show us this story of Super 35 and full frame on these lenses. Maybe
yes,
you have something to say.
It's the reason I really want to have a full frame sensor to show you the proof that it is not that than in the past. You remember 2011 with only the choice to put on Super 45 the original C300, only EF lenses at the beginning. Wide choice, variety, a huge variety of choice from the EF lenses, but no many on the Super 45 for wide angle. So in 2015, everything changed because with the release of the Cine Servo range as all the Cine Servo, as the 17 by 120, the first release, we have the opportunity to have real wide angle dedicated to Super 45. And I want to show you the proof. So please, can I have the render of the full sensor, because we cropped on the yes. Thank you, Stefan. And look, it's vigneting. So you have the proof that all the Cine Servo lenses are really dedicated to Super 35 sensor. And it's amazing because we have access to all the variety of focal length. So to have wide angle to long angle. So I'm very happy with this.
Don't forget that Cine lenses, long lenses, let's say for this example of 70 to 200, working very well also on full
But because
frame.
it begins at 70?
Yeah, of course.
So it's not a real 70 on the full sensor, huh?
Yes.
It's more...
Yes. For long lenses, it works well in full frame, very well.
Of course.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Sebastien.
Yes. So before to go on the next step of the event, I want to add something very important, that you have understood that all my configuration, even if it's like Cinema EOS workflow, just 5 camcorder. Normally, I can add like until 12 or 20 camcorder. But for this show, I want to explain something very important that I trust since the beginning. Canon is among the brands to produce bodies and lenses. So I believe in the digital trinity because they build sensor, processor, and lenses. So, and I really trust in this digital trinity because I think it could make and it makes the difference for the result and the render, because they work really together, the lens with the sensor, with the processor. So now I think I have, no, I forget something very important for the technical guys. We are, even if it's a very small Cinema EOS workflow, we need to know how to synchronize everything. Don't forget, we have a wireless transmission with the C70. So it's maybe complicated to synchronize everything, to not have delay. But I'm sure that I have another friends in my team today who could explain this. Come with me, follow me. You not follow me. Microphone is okay? Thank you. Go in this way. It's good also for the audience because you will see all the behind the scene parts of all the guy, all the team. So come with me in this way. Yes, beginning. Hello.
Hello,
What's your name?
Sebastien.
Oh, what a nice first name. I love it.
Yeah, thanks.
Sebastian. What is your role on the event?
I'm at the switcher when you're not here.
When I'm not here.
For the live?
Yes,
Yeah.
I only switch the live performance.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. And you make everything else.
For the rest, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
after, about the technical part of the mixing and everything, yeah.
Okay. So it's good to... All the audience want to see your face. You are a very nice guy, also new generation. I'm old guy, so it's good to see more young guys than me. Please, could you explain how to synchronize our workflow?
Yeah, so basically we just use a generator clock, Genlock clock, which is working for this show in black burst, so it's analog signal. So we can split it with the video splitter, like normal video signal. And then we send it to all the camera and also the switcher and the computer. If the computer can take the Genlock, it's good to clock it with all the system also. And for the wireless transmission,
yes, very interesting.
we need to, because we cannot send the Genlock to the camera because it's wireless, so we need to add a little thing at the reception. And we had like a scaler or something like that have a Genlock input, and then we just Genlock the receiver actually of the transmitter.
Okay, thank you. And regarding the audio part?
Well, the audio part we check the delay, and we measure the delay, and then we see with the sound guy, and he just made a delay for all the transmission, the PGM.
You need to clap.
Yeah, we clap. We check all the camera if they are all synchronized, and then we make just one delay for the PGM if everything works correctly.
Our Cinema US workflow is very light, but
Yeah.
is it easy to manage this synchronization?
Yeah, it's quite easy, and you can choose inside the camera the different type of Genlock and things like that. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's quite easy. You just need to choose the good Genlock so to make it work properly.
Very nice. My friend Will, could you come? Because I have the pleasure to have my second connection. So I have my second connection with Paul. Paul, could you hear us?
Certainly can, Seb. Nice. It's going well so far. Well done.
Yeah, good. So happy to see you in split screen. Same image. Hello to all the Canon department in the EMEA. Hello. Good to see together. So now I give you the floor for more explanation on the Cinema OS lineup and Cinesavo range.
Yep, sure. Let's go.
Thank you.
So, as Sebastien said, 10 years ago, Canon embarked on this journey of creating the Cinema EOS range with the original C300. And this was a camera that really revolutionized the way that people make films. It was a small, compact camera that was born really from the success of the EOS 5D Mark II. And Sebastien was one of the pioneers in using that for filming. Now, since then, the range has expanded. So now we have from the C700 full frame through the C700, the 500 Mark II, the C300 Mark III and C300 Mark II, the C200, the C100 Mark II, and of course the C70, our latest one with the RF lens mount. We're going to concentrate today really on what Sebastien is using. So if we can go to the first slide, please.
First slide.
So the full frame option is the C500 Mark II. And as you can see, this is a camera that can play many parts in many aspects of a production. So the next slide, please. If we just look at the headline specifications for this, then we see that we have a full frame 5.9K sensor with dual pixel CMOS autofocus, powered by the Digic DV7, again, as Sebastien has said, designed and made by Canon. It's a small, lightweight, compact design. We can create a 4K image by oversampling the 5.9K capture, so you get maximum use of the sensor. The recording options on this camera, Cinema Raw Lite is our proprietary smaller RAW, more manageable, which means we can do away with external recorders. It's a modular design. The user can change the mount, so you can go from the EF mount to the EF mount with cinema lock, which is suitable for larger lenses, or a PL mount. And this can be done literally in 5 minutes. It's a very, very simple operation. We have electronic image stabilization and 12G SDI output, so we can output the 4K signal through a single cable. Sebastian's already mentioned that he's using today the extension unit 2. So as I said, this camera is very modular. It doesn't come with an EVF. This is something that we've had a lot of feedback on, that some people love the EVF. Some people say if it wasn't there, it wouldn't matter. So now you have the choice. So it doesn't come with an EVF. It's an optional extra. You can either use this one or you could use the larger EVF V70, which is also compatible. And the extension units, they don't take anything away from you. You retain the standard connections, but you just gain more. So if we look at the one that's in use today, the expansion unit 2, this gives you a DTAP out, for instance, so you can power accessories. You have a separate 24-volt output, again, for more accessories. The Genlock sync out, so important to events and situations like today. The remote option, an Ethernet connection for IP streaming, and a lens connection as well. You also get 2 extra XLR inputs, so 4 independently connected and controllable audio channels. And in this particular case, if you are powering this with a battery, you need a V-Lock battery as well. And then you can see on the right-hand side the different lens mount options. So you buy them a lens mount, and this appeals to owner-operators. If your commissioning editor, your customer wants you to use a PL mount for anamorphic shooting, for instance, you can simply obtain a PL mount system, which is Cook-Eye technology compatible, and just connect it yourself. No more sending it away to a service center. And next one, please. So the other camera, the main camera used today, is the C300 Mark III. This uses the same body and the modular output that you find on the C500 Mark II. So all the 500 Mark II accessories are fully compatible with this camera. But you'll notice on here we have, apart from the 4K HDR for high dynamic range, again, Cinema Raw Lite and XF AVC recording, that little logo in the sort of center bottom DGO, the dual gain output that Sebastien has touched on. This is a Super 35mm sensor, again 4K, obviously for this day and age, with the dual gain output. Again, small, light and compact, with interchangeable mounts. So all that aspect of it is exactly the same as the C500 Mark II. But we can go to 4K 120p on this camera. And again, the modular design. So if we can just move on to the next slide, please, Jean. Let's talk a little bit about this DGO sensor then. So this is a newly developed sensor that very basically will optimize 2 images. One will be optimized for highlights and the other would be optimized for shadows. And this then the signals then go through an amplifier, the gain is adjusted, then combined, and then output. And this is happening between the sensor and the processor. The upshot of this is that you get very, very low noise, even in the shadows. And again, you'll have seen that in today's production with the C70 in use. So low, in fact, that the default noise reduction setting on this is 0. Now, the difference between dual gain output and dual ISO is that although you can, in some cases, change a dual ISO setting so you can change the upper and lower, a lot of the time that is being done at processor level. And what that can do is that can induce noise. DGO works at any ISO. and will work completely normally up to 60p as well. When you go faster than 60p, then it is disabled because it needs the extra processing power. So you get a really clean image. The optimum, as with anything shooting for Canon Log 2 in particular, is 800, but it will work. It's in effect an analog process. And the amplification, as I said, it takes place before hitting the 7. Okay, might as well go to the next one. Another thing that we introduced is one of Sebastian's colleagues, with the guy with the C70, said how much he likes the C70 because of the dual pixel AF and it's how easy it is to focus. But one of the things that some people find with any autofocus system is it's very linear. It's out of focus and then it becomes in focus. Now, we've always been able to control speed and sensitivity of the autofocus system. But what we've done is we've introduced a system that emulates the way that you would manually focus. So how a focus puller would achieve focus of the subject. So at the beginning, it starts off quickly. You then ease off and become very steady. And then just as you approach the point of focus, you would slow down. And this autofocus system now emulates that system. So it gives you a much more natural, pleasing, traditional look of the focus action. And to the next one, please. And then the new camera, the new baby, is the C70 in use today again, and this really is the smallest cinema camera that we've ever produced, and brings a lot of new technology from the mirrorless range, the R range of cameras, including the new RF mount. This is our first cine camera and video camera that will introduce this RF mount. Again, it shares the same Super 35mm DGO sensor. We're up to 4K 120p in 422 10-bit. Records on SD cards. So you've got really versatile recording, very easy to obtain memory. Apart from everything else, you'll notice where it says dual pixel CMOS AF, we also have this EOS ITR AFX. And this is an enhanced face following, face tracking system. So with the face following, you'll see maybe later that the camera will recognize there's a face, and as the person moves, the focus will track with it. But it relies on being able to recognize a face. With the EOS ITR AFX system, if your subject is walking towards you to do a piece to camera, then turns around and walks away from the camera, which you often see, it will continue to track. You have a very professional interface as well. We have enhanced image stabilization that works slightly differently to the electronic 5-axis with RF lenses. And we can do dual slot recording, and we can record different codecs to separate cards. So we can record MP4 and XF AVC. We can record long op, and we can record all-I, for instance, separately on separate cards. So I was talking just now about the different ways that the IS works. So if you use an adapter, so there's several options of using the traditional EF lenses, if you will, on the C70, either with the standard EOS R mount adapter that you use on the mirrorless cameras. There's also a dedicated adapter for this camera that has other advantages as well. But if you're using an EF lens, then the optical stabilization will take care of the yaw and the pitch stabilization, and then electronic image stabilization at the sensor level will take care of the X and Y axes and any roll as well. Can we just go back very briefly, please? On the RF mount lens, because the communication between the lens and the body is improved and more efficient, the camera and lens can talk to each other and decide what is the best combination to use. So if the camera body can better stabilize the yaw or the pitch than just the optical, then it'll use a combination of the two. So again, an intelligent IS system. Okay, we can go on now. So the cinema lens range then, quite a substantial range of lenses dedicated to cinema, from the cinema zooms on the left through the Cine Servo range in the center. And then on the right-hand side of your screen, you'll see the primes. We have two prime ranges, the CNE, the Cinema Prime range, and then the Sumira Prime range as well, which we introduced a couple of years ago. So a good extensive range of cameras, of lenses to fit our cameras. Okay, next one, please. Just some very quick overviews of the two Cine Servos in use today. On the 1880, it's a T4.4 right the way through the focal length range, available in EF mount. It weighs just 1.2 kilograms and has, again, Super 35mm coverage. The 70-200, again, is a T4.4, both image stabilized as well, optically stabilized as well. A 70-200 range, again, EF mount, very slightly heavier at 1.25 kilos. So for the smaller cinema EOS cameras as well, this makes a really good option. With these two lenses, maybe a fast prime and a macro, and you have a complete shooting kit that's suitable for an awful lot of applications. And next, please. And the two other Cine Servos, the CN7 and the CN10. If we deal with the CN7 first, these were lenses that are a sort of like a traditional ENG style of lens as well, but designed for the Super 35mm mount. 17 to 120 millimeter with the maximum aperture of T2.95 at the widest end. Available in EF or PL mount. It's got a detachable drive unit. If you take the drive unit off, you can then use it as a traditional cinema lens and use your normal focus and zoom demands as well if you wish, and weighs around about 2.9 kilos. The new lens, the most recent one released in the range, is a 25-250 with a built-in 1.5 times extender. This is also a maximum aperture of T2.95 at the lower end of the zoom range, slightly heavier, as you might expect, being a much larger lens at 3.06 kilos. Again, the detachable drive mount. And again, we can buy it in EF or PL mount, but we can change the mount via a service facility. And the last one, I think. So the range of monitors that we have are suitable for everything from on-set monitoring to outside broadcast, small outside broadcast trucks. You could put the 17 or the 24-inch monitor in. The larger 31-inch and the newer 32-inch monitors are extremely suitable for grading and post-production, as well as being used as a large screen for the multicam setup that Sebastien has in his studio today. So we can really think that for your production, whether you're in a studio, whether you're on location, whether you are wanting to shoot on a drone or a gimbal, there's something in the Cinema EOS range that will fit your needs. With the lenses, the monitors, the ability then to merge that imagery together very, very easily. The color science is uniform across the range. The log settings are pretty much universal across the range. Cinema Raw Light, allowing you the flexibility of a RAW file, but without the huge file sizes of the full RAW that we would get off the C700 FF, for instance. So you've really got very flexible tools that give you what you really need. And at the end of the day, the three most important things are image quality, and image quality. And the full Canon range will deliver that to you in abundance. Thanks very much. And I'll hand you back over to Sebastien and his team.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Paul. And now it's time to have our second live performance with the Atari, but this time with the behind-the-scene part where you will see all my team in action with the crane, the long angle, with Manu, the HF transmission with the C70. So, the Atari, are you ready?
Yes, we are. Let's do this.
Okay, so when you want.
Looking for a sentimental
Maintenant.
when nothing ever gets stuck in the way.
Reviens sur la grue. Ok.
Be the one I
Va
trust
chercher le gros plan.
tonight.
Attention. Achève.
Got me here forever, that's true.
Ok.
When
File.
this is all that you can feel it too.
Tire. Tu montes la grue, tu montes le cirque.
I'm feeling tired and
La grue.
now I walk away, 'cause baby, who are we really?
Merci. T'es là-haut.
Let's make up.
Achève.
Happy strangers.
Profil.
Why do this to me? Stop it, I don't wanna make this right. Let's go. So please don't waste my time.
Ok, là-haut.
Just throw me in
T'es
the
avec moi, t'es avec moi, t'es avec moi. Ok, change le gros plan.
The sharks can
Batteur.
have my life.
Stop. Focus.
Take my heart.
Ok. Va chercher le clavier.
So please don't waste my time.
Ok, clavier. Go. Vas-y.
Just throw me in the time.
Très bien. Tu vas rentrer dans le champ pour la grue. Oui. Rentre dans le champ. Suis-le, suis-le. Attention, va sur le batteur. Maintenant. Va sur le batteur. Attention. Gros plan. Très bien. Profil.
That's fine.
Le chef, tu passes devant.
Forever, that's true. Whatever this is, I hope that you can feel it too.
Bon plan.
Tell me what you wanna do. I'm trying to find a different point of view.
Ok, attention. La grue.
Now I walk away, 'cause baby, who are we?
Profil. Profil.
Let's make up. Happy strangers.
Attention à vos points.
Why do this to me?
Le chef,
Stop it,
pour la
I don't
reprise.
wanna make this right. Woo! So please don't waste my
Maintenant.
time. Just throw me in the time.
Gros plan. Manu, je suis avec toi. Pas derrière le gros plan, oui. Maintenant, achève.
So please don't waste my time. Just
Profil.
throw me in the time.
La grue, top.
The sharks can have
La régie, maintenant, le tour sur moi. Alors, attention, the crane. Crane, now, the crane.
the clouds. So please don't waste my time.
Gros plan.
Just throw me in the time.
Très bien, je suis avec toi, Manu.
The sharks can have my life.
Tire.
They're done to me now. I'm up in the clouds.
Et on ferme.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Thank you, ouais.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Very, very nice. Thank you for your second live performance of Diatory with all the team in action. So I hope you enjoy, as us, this second live performance. But I have seen something different from the first one. Seb,
Yeah, yeah.
do you notice?
Yeah.
What? Some color correction
color
huh?
change,
in
yeah.
live
Yeah.
change.
Yeah,
Who is the guy behind this? Who is the guy who match all these camcorders together? Who is? Stéphane, huh?
We've matched the color, yeah,
It's
Stéphane.
time to
It's not
present
far from
Stéphane. Huh? So, go with me. So you can put the transmit HF wheel. Yes, Stéphane. Thank you very much to join us on this event.
You're welcome.
And firstly, I will ask you some very quick question to understand well your role on the event. And so firstly, could you introduce yourself? And in second time, could you explain your role on the event, as a shading operator?
Yes, yes. So I'm I've been shading operator for more than 25 years for broadcast television, and I've been working also on the documentaries and some movies because we had many technical revolutions during the past 20 years. 25 years, so I've been a witness of these revolutions.
Okay.
And so cinema and television, they meet since maybe 15 years now.
Yeah, yes.
So I became a colorist also.
So you have the power to work on live and also on post-production.
Yes.
Yes.
On some project, I try to be involved on the workflow before the shooting. I am working on the shooting, on multi-camera setups, but also on smaller setups.
Okay.
And then after the editing, I color grade for finishing.
I see that the focus is more on me than on my friend. You told me that the C70, the tracking is huge, amazing. Yes.
Because
he don't recognize you with the man.
Put a cross on the mask.
Okay. So I will, like here.
If I give you more hair, maybe it's a pandemic haircut. I'm sorry. But,
thank you for the first reply. So we are all equipped Canon products.
Yeah, mostly.
And we have the chance, thanks to the collaboration of Canon France, to have all the display, Canon display. So we have all the sizes.
Yes, we have
17.
Yeah, today we are working with 3 sizes. So we have this 17.
Can you change the image inside because it's like a loop? Can I have the
Oh,
set?
yeah. Sorry.
Yes, much better. And this one also?
No, this one is the program.
Okay.
PGM.
Can you change the program? No.
Joke. So we have the 17-inch, which is, in my opinion, more on the field monitor. So it's on another set that you will show later.
PTZ. Yes.
The like famous PTZ.
Like a small teaser, yes. The 17 is on my very light workflow on PTZ.
So you will see this monitor later.
Yes.
17 is definitely for on the field size because it's now too small, in my opinion, to be working with in hobby vans, for example. But for me, the perfect size for critical work on the image on multi cameras, it's 24.
24. It's your preference?
It should be the minimum now because people at home, they have small phones, tablets, but they have also huge TV sets.
Yes, can I have some silence, please? Please, some silence on the set.
So with people at home, they sometimes they have 55-inch, maybe more, bigger than 60, 70-inch sometimes. So we need a large monitor to see things.
Okay. And do you have enough products to work properly as a shading operator here?
Yeah, I have, as a shading, I have more than, I have this 31-inch monitor, which it's normally not in hobby vans. It's mostly for post-production and color grading.
Okay.
And the only thing that I lack here is HDR waveform monitor.
Yes.
Because we couldn't have one for this event.
Okay.
Because it's a very rare equipment for renting.
For renting, of course.
So I used a little trick with a software to get some kind of waveform information here.
Always nice to have some tricks.
Yeah.
Yes. And our industry, it's perfect. Our we need some tricks. So you have your own waveform.
Yes, we can see because it's a special case today because we couldn't broadcast in HDR today because of some provider limitations. So, but we decided to test anyway the HLG outputs of the Cinema EOS cameras.
Okay.
This is why we are producing here in HDR, HLG.
So you have this one for HDR and this one for...
This one is for comparison between SDR and HDR.
Perfect.
Because I need to... It's a special HDR, you have to take care about the SDR also, mostly about the iris position, la pose, quoi.
Yes.
The name. And so if I'm going too far in HDR with the iris, which could be pleasant for the eye, in the perception, I could burn the SDR signal. Because HLG, it's hybrid log gamma, So it's a special gamma that allows us to send the signal to a SDR monitor also. It's retro compatible.
Okay. And
I am sending the HDR signal to this monitor, which
Okay.
is set in SDR standard.
okay.
And it works.
It works. And here, can I see the difference? Where is the SDR? Where is HDR?
The SDR is mostly there,
Okay.
and the HDR part is over there. So,
So-
all the highlights are in the
So the
HDR.
logo Be Live
Oh,
here
yeah,
is
definitely in the HDR.
yes, definitely in
Highlights.
HDR.
But we are here. We, my face. Yeah, not if I. Because the color scheme is the reference, so you see everything is here,
Okay.
and the speculars they are going in the highlights in the HDR. This is why you can have a consistent image
Yes. And
in the SDR.
with the 31, your preference, we talked just before about the performance and the potential of the DGO sensor, the new DGO sensor. Amazing, I think, for the high dynamic range. More than 16 plus stops
Yeah,
for, of total dynamic range.
this is huge, and the benefit for me I see right now is the noise level.
Is it the right display to work with this kind of new DGO sensor?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And we are.
Do you have access to profile or?
Yes, this monitor is really powerful.
Yes.
Because it has you can have control on anything, and you can display virtually any kind of color space or gamma, which we call now more EOTF.
Wow. Ah, yes.
So we can
we are
play-
in HLG. We'll see. Hybrid
we're
log
here.
gamma.
We're here.
Hybrid log gamma is dedicated to live, huh?
Yeah. It's definitely for live.
So it's not the
production.
best profile, but it's perfect for the streaming and to have.
Yes, it's perfect for live production and for sending this compatible signal to SDR TV sets.
Perfect. Thank you very much for this brief explanation. But we have to keep the rhythm of the event. So I want also to talk about the benefits of the RCP, Canon RCP.
Yeah.
So we are connected. How is the connection with each camcorder?
so
You have one RCP for each camera?
Yeah. We have as many RCPs and RCV 100. We have two levels of connection. We
Okay.
have remote A and remote B.
What is the difference?
The difference is the wiring.
Ah.
You see?
Yes, I see.
Remote A, it's a small mini jack, and remote B, it's a 8-pin iRose.
It's much
connection.
better to have reactivity with the camcorder, I think, this one.
Yeah, it's better for the distance and the cable quality, connection quality. It's much better. Remote B.
Okay.
Yeah. So I
Super
suggest
cool.
to use this connection.
Yes. And thanks to one of, I think this could help us a lot today.
Yeah. You want me to talk about this?
No, it's okay, because we have no really time, but I know that it works well with this adapter.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So you are my magician in the team. You know why? Because you have the power to change everything regarding color correction. I have seen some color correction in live. So I want to show that, firstly, you have the control of everything. Because at the beginning, when I introduced Jean-Luc with the crane, I ask you to change sensitivity, aperture, shutter speed. So you have this control, but also the control if I ask you to, with the Cine Servo, you can change focus and zoom. Can you show us?
Yes, I can show you.
Please.
I can manipulate the zoom.
Okay.
Adjust the focus.
Perfect. So,
and zoom out.
As director, as a TV director, can I ask the shading operator? Now you know that the budget are decreasing, and the producer don't accept to have many operators. I have to make my choice, and I think PTZ for the daily TV show. I think PTZ we will see later is the right solution at this moment for the daily TV show. But can I ask on this kind of live event with a band? Can I ask the shading operator to help me with one camcorder to also manage the zoom and focus?
It depends if you have money, but you are low budget. I know, you told me.
Okay, but
I can do some corrections, but I won't replace an operator. Because I have my own job to do.
And
but
you have
I can
to match,
do things. Yeah.
Yes, you have to match everything
and I have,
live.
I have to follow the live and the switching and.
But as TV director, I have to find solutions. So I prefer to ask.
It's the struggle,
yes.
all the time.
So with money, I can have the better result, a better reply.
Always.
So please show to all our audience that you are a magician. I know that it's technical, but I prefer to think you are my magician.
Okay.
Okay. Come, please, and you will see. I want to start my live performance with a cold atmosphere. Is it possible?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I can go colder.
You are a magician.
And
my magician. It's Stefan, my magician.
The thing is, as we are working in HDR, we are way much color information in the highlights.
Careful.
And everywhere.
Careful. Second part of the live, I want to be in a sexy, hot atmosphere. Sexy. Wow,
I'm going very far.
Okay,
just for you.
Yes, thank you very much.
It's not very subtle.
Yes. Can I have the result, the render? Yes. Look at that and change to the cold. Stefan, my magician, please. A lot of applause for this guy. Yes, thank you very much, Stefan. Okay, it's time also to introduce one of my friends also with the best place on this workflow. Is it normal that you have the best place? Come, please.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Hi. Yes, because
I want you to see the result of what you will explain.
Okay, I'm sorry for my English.
Yeah, you are the responsible of all the light of the event.
Yeah. I control the light for the live on the speak.
And what is your first name?
Sebastien.
Ah, what a nice first name. What a nice first name.
Very,
I love this guy.
Very beautiful. Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much. So, please, yes. We have the power with your computer. It's very big, huh? It's huge,
yeah.
Huh?
This is the news desk controlled Grandma 3 for MR lighting.
It's not Canon.
No, MR lighting.
Okay.
Canon is not controlled light.
You are also a magician, so I want to show to all the audience what you are. What are your opportunities?
Yeah, maybe you want to
yes, this
angle for the.
Okay. Why? Yeah. Okay. So this.
The next.
I remember. Wings, the first thing, yes, we start with a backlight, a huge backlight.
On the
yes, this watcha.
For this show.
And look, it's visual. Look at my hand. I have some detail. Even if, look at this. It's amazing. Even in the dark. Do you have the render? Yes. It's amazing. This digital sensor, so amazing. The high dynamic range. Have you seen the power of the backlight?
Yeah,
incredible.
The Canon, it's very amazing. Because the beautiful on the show is the backlight, on the little face lighting. The old camera is bad because it's a very black.
Yes.
On the Canon,
we have details even in the shadow region.
I have a little light. It's very beautiful.
And without noise.
Yeah, and on the TV show. It's cool because the light for the presenter is very difficult for the ace
to manage.
On the Canon, it's down light, low light. It's cool for the people ace on the beautiful picture for TV.
Many thanks for your explanation, Sebastien. And again, what a nice first name. Okay, it's not my microphone, but I want to introduce again another guy, very important in our workflow. Sorry. This guy, look at this guy, he's very, yes, but without him, nothing also could have been possible. Because he's responsible of all the sound of the event, of the sound of the band, the theatery, but also speakers. Yeah. Is it easy to manage this?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is?
Yeah.
We are 3 speakers, and you have to manage all the sound of the band. And yes. And for me, the sound is 70% of the image. Are you agree? You agree?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I can cut the sound.
And you also manage, thanks to, the explanation of Sebastien, who switched, I know that you are also the responsible of synchronization for all the audio.
Yeah.
So do you have any delay with this guy?
Yeah.
Yes?
We do it together with Sebastien.
Okay. At the beginning of the preparation of the event?
Yeah, during the rehearsal. Yeah.
Yes. And what is your first name? Sebastien?
Ah.
Not good. Okay. Thank you very much, Grégoire.
You're welcome.
Yes. And also very happy to have you on this event because you are General. I know that your second name is General. Yes. Thank you very much. So now, what is the next step? I think it's time now to go for the next presentation. All the audience is awaiting something. Is the presentation of Jean? Yeah. Yes.
The audience is waiting for
what?
Something amazing. We are launching.
Come with me on the.
Okay.
Yes.
All the audience is waiting for PTZ.
PTZ range.
4K from Canon.
The new PTZ range.
Yeah, we have the very good chance to have the two models today, and Sebastien is playing with it. And
for this, I need to be in the center of the image of the wireless transmission like this. Can I have a split screen for the third connection with my friend Paul?
Hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, hello again, Sebastien. It's going well?
Yes.
Going well.
Please, because we have no time after to make, but take like 10 minutes or 15 minutes to make the nice presentation of the new Canon PTZ range. Are you ready?
Let's go.
I'm ready to go.
Okay, so please, all the audience, it's time. We start the new launch of the PTZ range, Canon PTZ range. I give you the floor, dear Paul.
Thanks, Seb. So just recently, we announced a new range of cameras, the pan-tilt zoom range. Canon has produced PTZ cameras before, but they've mainly been focused on the surveillance and the security market. And obviously, we make a really good range of professional camcorders, the XA and the XF series. And then the new range is a sort of a union of these two technologies. Why have we done this? Well, quite simply, these cameras are capable of remote operation with very small crews or even single individuals. We've introduced three. The two cameras in use today are the CRN 300 and the CRN 500, and these are optimized for indoor use. And we have the CRX 500, which is designed for use outdoors. These can be used across a range of applications from corporate to full production to stadiums, live events, religious services, online education for services. In other words, everything that we've had to do at the moment for IP streaming because of the current world situation. And these cameras really do fill a need that's current at the moment. So if we can go on to the next slide, please, Jean. Now, the cameras are capable of 4K output through IP streaming in 4208-bit. We can use an SDI connection to have a full HD at 4210-bit, and we can output 4K UHD at 4210-bit. And these are up to 30p. Obviously, for our region, for the PAL region, we would have 25p, 50 hertz. You also have the option of H.265 or H.264 compression, so you can reduce the file size, reduce the bandwidth as well if you need to. So extremely versatile little cameras. We go on, please. It's not just a camera, however, it is part of a system. And alongside the cameras, we have also introduced some control options, a hardware controller, the RC IP100, and also a remote camera control application, which is actually free to download. We have introduced our own XC protocol as well for controlling the cameras. However, these cameras can also be controlled by existing control units, so they are compatible with standard protocols as well. If you look in the top right of this slide, you'll see Cinema EOS system. Our intention is, and there's no timeline on this at the moment, but our intention is via a firmware update to introduce the ability to use one of some of the cinema cameras, the more recent ones, I should imagine, again, to be compatible with the XC protocol, which means that they can also be controlled via either of these two options. This means that you can have a much wider range of cameras, for instance. So if in Sebastian's introduction he was showing a TV show he used to do, which was the 12 hours of filming with lots of different cameras, actually with these three cameras he could cover the whole thing. With just these three cameras. The outdoor segments, he could be using the CRX 500. Indoor segments, the 500 and the 300. And the 300 being smaller, will fit into more constricted spaces like you would see in the sort of live studio that he was in for that particular production. We could go on now, please, Sebastian. So the two controllers then, and these appearances might change on this once we start actually shipping them. The RCP 100 hardware controller and the software controller is a Windows-based application, which is free to download for you, the user. We also have built into both cameras a 4-axis correction mechanism, so that will correct the image for any distortion that you might find that's caused by the panning and tilted operation. Let's look at the specific information then for the larger camera, the 500. We have a 1-inch CMOS sensor that records 4K UHD, and you'll notice it also gives you the capability of recording Canon Log 3, as well as YDR and HDR direct capture in both PQ and HLG. It comes with a 15 times optical zoom lens with dual pixel CMOS autofocus. It also has the option, if you want to manually focus using one of the controllers, you have that dual pixel. And if you remember back to when we had the images of the 2550, you may have seen that little green GUI on the screen, and that's the dual pixel focus assist confirmation for sharp focus. We've built in ND filters, a rotary system, similar system of glass filters as we find in the cameras such as the XF705, XF405, and it's a very robust, versatile camera with a lot of output and control options. As illustrated here, so you'll see that we have two standard 3-pin XLR audio inputs, plus the option for a 3.5mm stereo jack, and that will power the microphone as well. We have the Ethernet RJ45 connection, which is also PoE, Power over Ethernet Plus, which means that we can power the camera direct from the switcher system, so we don't need necessarily to have an external input for power. You'll notice there's a micro SD card slot. That's for settings and for updates. That is not for recording. There's no internal recording capability, which is where the 3G SDI and HDMI outputs come into their own as well. And of course, for situations like this, where you have a multi-camera setup, the all-important Gen Lock. If we turn to the CRN 300, this is a much smaller camera. It has the 0.5-3-inch type sensor with a hybrid autofocus system. So this isn't dual pixel AF, but it's still very effective even in low light conditions. And it uses a combination of contrast autofocus and phase detection autofocus, which is done via the external sensor. Has a 20 times optical zoom, so really good range and length on this particular lens. Sorry, just my doorbell's just gone off. The only thing I forgot to mute. It doesn't have Canon Log 3 and has simplified modes for portrait, low light, sport, and spotlight shooting. But one thing this can be used for is as a standalone webcam. Just connect it to your computer via a standard USB connection, and you have an extremely versatile webcam. Slightly different outputs on the back and inputs. No 3-pin XLR, but you do have the 3.5mm. And again, power over Ethernet via the LAN connection there. SD card slot, same rules as for the CRN 500 for updates and for future use only. And again, This one has the 3G SDI out. This means that we're able realistically to have the two cameras, because they're both capable of outputting 422 10-bit or in full HD, or through the HDMI connection 422 10-bit in 4K. Very similar signal, very easy again to mix those images together if you're using them in a multi-camera setup. The outdoor camera then, again, is 4K UHD with a 1-inch type sensor, 15 times optical zoom. This one, however, has 12G SDI connectivity, so the 4K image can come direct through the 12G SDI connection. This one actually has dual digit processors, as opposed to the single processor in the other two cameras. The remote control is via a serial port on this one, and we can have it in two options for power supply, AC or DC. For environmental specification, this can operate normally at wind speeds of up to 25 meters per second with a maximum of 60 meters per second. It does actually have a vibration control system built in as well, which is useful in the higher wind speeds maybe. A good operating range for temperature and humidity, dust-proof to international standards IP55. We even have a little windscreen wiper on the lens cover. And it's in a salt-resistant finish as well. So this is designed really for outdoor use, permanent situation, maybe in a stadium or a large auditorium that's exposed to the elements. One of the big advantages that this camera has, and we are looking at incorporating this later into the other cameras, is most of the other cameras in the market with this sort of capability can only do one thing at a time. So you can preset 100 shots into this system via the compatible controller. So if you want to switch from shot 1 to shot 2, the camera will think to itself, okay, I need to pan through 100 degrees. I need to recompose by this much. So I need to go from this focal length to this focal length, and that will take me this long. And I also need to tilt it down by this many degrees, so I need to move it. It will then compute all that, think about it, and do everything together. The practical application of this is that you can pan, tilt, zoom during the transition for a much more natural transition, almost as if it had been done on a traditional stand or tripod with the controller. So it gives you a much more fluid movement between the two images. So this is the range of PTZ cameras. Again, giving you maximum possible image quality, which is what you need in 4K, which is what you need in HDR, which is what is demanded a lot of the time now. If you need more information on these products or any of the other products that have been featured today, and we don't answer a question in the Q&A later about them, please visit the Canon website. You'll find all the information there on them. If you already have Canon products, you'll find some good support information on there as well, plus some good inspirational stories to help you develop if you're just starting. Alternatively, if you contact your local Canon regional office or regional website or representative or dealer. I hope it's been a very brief but hopefully very informative introduction to the range. And now, thank you very much, and I will hand you back over to Sebastien in Paris.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your nice presentation. Now, I think, Paul, it's time to go for the demonstration in action of the new PTZ range. Yeah?
Let's go for it.
You agree?
Oh, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Let's see how good these are.
Thank you, Paul. So now I change my place with a very simple and very easy setup workflow with the new PTZ. You can see I have a lot of different solutions, but I have chosen this one. This one is a quad recorder where I can record ISO of each camcorder and also my program, thanks to the Atomos brand and the Sumo 19. So I can change here, you can see. And I use, to have the best output signal, the 17 Canon display that Stefan mentioned in the demonstration just before. So it's a nice workflow, very nice workflow, but very easy to set up, because I have put two PTZ. This one is the big one for the dedicated broadcast, CRN 500, and this one is the small one, CRN 300. And it matches, as mentioned also by Paul, it matches very, very, very well with the XF range, where I had put here, with my portable, I put Manu, now with the XF 705, and also here the XA55 for the face of Jean, who is preparing the interview of the Atari singer, Oscar, and also the keyboard guy and manager of the band, Julian. Are you ready, guy? But yes? Okay, just before I want to show to all the audience, you have seen here a laptop. I need a laptop for the first settings of the PTZ. A controller, but not necessarily this one. I can use also, I will make a demonstration with this small one. And you have also the choice of your controller, because you have, there is many protocols, many solutions. Also this amazing application in the box. So look at this. I can also use this application where I have all the control of everything, everything. So you can see also my 2PTZ. Even if you don't have enough money to buy a quad recorder or something like that, everything is in the box when you buy some PTZ with this small remote and also the remote application. So we now go with the HF transmission C70 on set to describe and to see the camcorder of this very simple workflow. So just before here, and I have prepared something here like a trace. A trace, I will show you after how to set. So I go on camcorder 1. Sorry, view, trace, and prepare, execute. Are you ready to follow me? Yes? Okay. Execute trace. Yes, it's working. Go, come. So, follow me. Yes, look at this one. It's the broadcast one, the CR500. So I just recorded a trace of less than 1 minute to show that it can have in memory exactly what I have made on a 1 minute trace. And I can make like a loop. And I think I received the kit, the new kit PTZ last Friday. So I think I will find multiple solutions to manage all these trace and presets. So this is the first PTZ, the big one for broadcast era. And this one is more corporate, but of course you can use in broadcast era. So it's SDI and HDMI for both. And I have the control of this one, but I will show you after. Where is 705? 705, this one. So again, come with me. As mentioned by Paul, we have the benefits to have, you see this color? On the 705, it's L-series lenses. I trust the L-series, the quality, 4K capable. With, so I have the same technology for the lenses. Everything is based from XF range technology. So I can trust also all the features as dual pixel technology. I think it's one of the big advantages of this new Canon PTZ range. The dual pixel technology is inside the PTZ. And also I have the choice, as also mentioned by Paul, to choose my profile as Canon log free. So I have all the features inside this one I can find in this PTZ. And last camcorder is the small one, XA55. Sorry, can you wait? Show, I will prepare something. Wait, yes, this, so Jean could explain a little more about XA55. So it's also from XA range. XA range. It's very near of XF range. It's a small. Yes, please.
It's not small.
Okay.
It's different because that's XA55 is still 1-inch sensor.
You speak. It's a result. Your face is shot by.
Yes, it's shot by XA55.
And all the audience can see you talking.
Yeah. So that's 1-inch cameras with ND filter built in and has all XA or XF where there is a 5 at the end. It means there is SDI terminal. So here again, I really want to insist on the fact that the combination between our new range of PTZ cameras and combining with XA or XF corporate ENG camera is a perfect solution for, like Sebastien said, daily setup. So I think we can start our interview.
Wi-Fi transmission, yes, 70. It works well today. It's nice. So I will switch all the interview thanks to the quad recorder. But again, there is many other solutions. So please, are you ready, guys?
Yes, we are.
Finally.
No worries, no worries.
Okay, Jean.
Yeah.
I give you the floor.
Yeah. So welcome to you guys. Welcome again. Thank you for your performance today. And since yesterday, very appreciate. Great
Thanks
job.
for having us. Thanks for having us.
Okay, so you are the Ettore, and you are
Julian.
And
Oscar.
Okay, welcome Julian, welcome Oscar. So Julian, can you introduce a little bit
Yeah, sure.
the Ettore?
The band was born, I would say, like a year ago. So Kaz, the drummer, and I started to write songs, to record a few songs. And last summer, we met Oscar, who moved up from London. And we said, yeah, let's try to make some songs together. We have a few things, some materials. And it was a perfect match, I would say. And ever since, I think we dreamt of playing on stage. And yeah, because it's been like quite complicated times. And it's
been a while since we haven't been on stage,
so happy to play today.
Yeah, thank you. You're very creative, and we were looking for a band for this event. So we look into social network and Sebastien connection in the music industry, and so we have identified you as very creative, not only in music. We've seen some movies, music movies, but today it's quite different because making a music video is like a drama. You have to make a script. So, but today it's different. It's multicam solution. So how do you feel? Can you?
Yeah, I think as concert another thing today, at least for a while, if we want to recreate like an experience, like mixing audio and image, we are coming down to these kind of things, like live stream experience with like many cameras to recreate like a live experience. Because yeah, people used to come to concert to be blown away.
The atmosphere,
and
you know.
You can try to do the same with like so many things, so many cameras.
For sure.
So yeah,
I agree with that.
And also with multicam, your fans can see you in so many angles. You know?
Yes. Yeah.
So
yeah, in a music video, you only have one.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
Okay, good. Oscar, what are the influence of the Ettores?
I would say we're influenced by a whole load of different artists. Dua Lipa, Maroon 5 is an obvious one, but Justin Bieber's been great. His new album's really, really cool. The Weeknd, yeah, that's a good shout.
Yeah.
We love The Weeknd.
Okay.
Yeah, his Super Bowl performance was something else. Yeah.
Okay, great. And finally, how do you? It's let's say complicated period for musicians, for artists in general. How do you maintain the connection, and how do you play with that, with your fans and?
Yeah, so I'd say one of the things we can do is stay connected on social media. So through Instagram, via Twitch, Facebook, TikTok. Yeah, there's many different ways we can keep in contact with that, but it has been difficult recently, as you said, because concerts haven't been a thing for a year and a half now. But yeah.
And these are good ways to share music, but also like what's happening behind. We're
Behind the
not only
scenes,
musicians.
yeah.
We're like, when we create something or when we just have fun, it's also like we like to share also intimate things.
Exactly.
About who we are. Yeah.
Excellent. So thank you so much. I leave you the floor for last sentence if you want to say something.
Yes, we'd just like to say we're on social media. We're The Hattery Official on Instagram, and we've got a new song out called Wings, so make sure to check that one out. Yeah, it's out on Spotify, Apple Music, pretty much any, So yeah, make sure to check that one out, guys.
And thank you so much for having us. It was so great.
It's been really fun.
Thank you, Jean.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Wish you good luck.
Cheers, man.
See you soon.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you, guys. I think we have made the demonstration that it's easy. Now I will ask the help of my operators. As Jean-Luc, could you help me? Yes, Eric. Thank you, guys. Now I will show you the demonstration how it works in live. So. Grégoire, can you cut the sound of Jean and Eric and yes? Okay, can you cut? So you will, Jean, could you simulate like an interview of the two guys? So look at this one. Are you very, yes, stay very near of, perfect. You can come here if you want, huh? No? Is it possible to see everything? Yes, okay, like this. It's interesting here and here. So, as mentioned, I have the preset of this one. Look, I can change go to Eric, and after I can I can change at the end, finalize the settings. Okay, I need to go quickly to Jean-Luc. Oh, Jean-Luc, hi Jean-Luc. How are you? Fine? Okay, yes, okay. And here it's the same with the other PTZ, the small one. And I have also the power, you see, to up to 4 cameras to control everything, pan and tilt, and also my 10 presets. So as all the controller, this small one works very well also. So just look, I'm connected to the second camcorder, second PTZ, and I can change with my preset. Look, go, free. Perfect. Can I have the render full screen? Yes, go. This. So, have you seen something very nice? I am alone. I am alone to check everything. And it's not so hard, because this is touchscreen, so I can change very quickly. Record here. It's very easy to manage. And all my presets are recorded before the interview, so I just have to change my preset. And I have the chance also to have a menu with the 705. Menu give me a lot of variety of shots, of framing. And it's very nice to have this opportunity, because it's like I have many different camcorder, but everything it's really thanks to the PTZ. And all the presets. And also, I have it's very easy also to match. Stefan, could you join me? Just because it's completely based on the same technology. So it's very easy to match these two camcorders from XF, the XS55 and XF705, with the two PTZ. Same technology, so can you confirm this, Stefan, please, to all the audience, that it's very easy to match the PTZ. We have to look here for all the audience. So can you confirm that it's very easy to match as our color shading? There is no HLG here. It's more corporate workflow. But can you confirm that it's very easy to match together? Because we have made together the white balance.
Yes, that's all we did.
That's all, huh?
Yeah. If you wanted to go further, you would act on different settings, but the basic is here and it's matching.
Okay, and after, it's true that at the beginning, please, can you go here? Thank you, Stefan.
Okay.
I need for all the audience, it's important that your confirmation is important. Okay, look at this. So I show you that as a very nice solution, we have the remote application where I can control everything as the quadricorder. But the difference that it's 3 is in the box. Now I have, for all my settings, I have to connect to each, and I have the opportunity to connect to make my first settings. And with the first settings, I manage the resolution, the frame rates, and also I want to make a real good test, because with oh, look at that! It detects the face of Jean-Luc. Amazing, no? Because Jean-Luc is not so easy to detect. Yes, very nice. Yes, move, please, to show that you are tracked. Jean-Luc, can you move your face? Yes. I will change to my friend Eric to see. Ah, yes, detection. So it's true. Dual technology works very well on the PTZ. Move your face also, please. Yes. I will add a test in low light condition, extreme condition. Come. Yes. So we go on this one. Yes. Look at that. Can you show also the set? Please, Will, go up the set. And I will ask to add some light bubbles from Sebastien. Yes, good. Can I have the render of the sumo, please? Yes, look at this. 2 small bubbles. Light. Took 1. And I will change to my friend Jean-Luc. Yes, with a bubble. OK. I managed to see his shoulder. Good. So we are ready to test with... Seb, are you ready? OK, wait me. So look at this. Please now, Seb, switch to the... Yes, I have the detection. But now I want to see if it's true that it works well in low light extreme condition. So please, Sebastien, can you decrease the lighting of the background and backlight on Jean-Luc? It stay. Move very slowly, please, to see that you are still tracked. Don't look at the render. Look at your camera. Look at your PTZ. Yes, thanks. Good. And now, testing. Yes. Wow. Even if you go, it still works. It's amazing. It works even if we are in the dark. So I will show to have the proof. Can I have the render? No, render of sumo. Yes, look at this. Just 2 bubbles to light the face. And even if we are in extreme low condition, now HF transmission, wireless, yes. Look, it still works. Can you move to see? Can you cut more the light? Is it possible or it's minimum, Sebastien? It's a minimum. It's completely amazing. Please, again, the render, the full render of the sumo. So it's true. OK. We can go, we can light, switch on. On peut, je crois que it's true. OK, I will buy some. Jean, is it possible to order right now? OK, perfect. Thank you, guys.
And
now,
if I can have the microphone, I think this low light demonstration is simply huge. This DAF and low light. Congratulations.
No, I found in love. I want C70, please, at the end of the event.
OK, you can.
C70 and 4 CRN 500.
OK.
Because I have already my sumo. It's OK for the quadricorder.
Yeah.
But if I can have... it's possible?
Yeah, it's possible.
Thank you, Jean.
Available.
Okay.
Thank you so much, guys.
So now I think it's the last part. No many times to the Q&A, but I think it's the last part of the event. Are you ready for this part? Paul, do you hear us?
Yep, certainly do.
Yes? Split screen, please. Sebastien, yes. So, do you like the demonstration?
Yeah, I mean, it just proves how versatile the products are, and to be used in the environment that you've got them in there, and again, you know, seeing is believing, and a lot of people always have a little bit of they're always a little bit concerned that the autofocus isn't as effective as we say it is, but I think you've just proven completely without doubt that actually it is. So yeah, well done. It's been good fun.
And you know that for the producer, it's also a big advantage because now they can ask to one operator to manage more camcorder on set because it don't have to manage focus as before.
No, exactly. But you've also got, but then you've got the benefit as well, especially with the 500, that if you want to take over control of your focus yourself, then you still can.
And it just have to frame, to pan and tilt to frame well.
Yeah.
And to
it's a very, very clever system.
Wow, amazing. I love it. Because now I have the color science render of the Canon color science render. I love it. And thanks to the quality of the lens and also tensor, but also the managing of the dual pixel technology. Very nice. And many solutions also to switch and remote with a controller, laptop, everything is easy to set up. Paul?
Yeah, exactly.
Are
so
you
whether
ready?
you're doing a multi-camera shoot?
Yes. Are you ready to start the Q&A, even if it's very short? Good. So let's go, Jean? Yes. Stéphane?
Yes.
Keep the rhythm, even if it's the last 10 minutes. Yes.
Okay.
You want to dance? You want to dance?
No, we have no time.
You want to
no time for dancing.
Yeah.
No time. Yes.
Next time.
So, Paul, are you there?
Yep, I certainly am.
So, do you have some? Did you receive some question from your side?
I haven't received any personally, no. Just quick looking through.
Seb, reviens sur nous peut-être. Oula, c'est quoi ça?
Okay, maybe we can start with one question that we receive from here then.
Okay.
Okay, we have a question. What is the benefit of using, Stéphane, sorry, what is the benefit of using a Canon display for post-production? This is one simple question. Yeah.
The benefit, I think the 31-inch is, but also the 24-inch can compete and be used in post-production in critical situations, and the fact that you can use in different configuration, different signals. It's and the quality of the panel, because it's a high quality. These panels are high quality standards, high quality level, I mean. So they are perfectly appropriate for using in color grading configurations, where the workflows have been very much more complicated. This time we are trying to unify everything in one space, you know, in post-production, to get things being done faster and in more efficient way, because we have less time to do the job, and the quality requirements are moving higher. The customers, they want a better quality finishing products and programs. So you need to have this kind of reference monitor, definitely.
Yeah, so thank you so much. I think this is very interesting.
Jean, sorry to interrupt you, but are you sure that, because in 2 minutes, the event will cut?
Okay, yeah.
No, so it's a question.
No, we can continue, it's fine. Yeah.
Until when? Because we have to manage also the last performance, live performance. If they cut in 2 minutes?
No, it's fine, it's fine.
Fine?
It's fine.
You confirm?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Then, Sebastien?
Yes.
I have a question. It's coming regularly. What are the benefits of using large sensor cameras instead of two-third sensors or small sensor, which is normally using by broadcast industry? So
we have to remember the past.
Yeah.
With the more than 10 years ago, 12 years ago, the release of something with a revolution. What do you think? It is
5D?
5D Mark II, yes.
Yeah.
With the
change the life of filmmakers, even multi-camera directors. Okay.
Yes, because we have access with a very affordable product to a beautiful cinematic render with the benefits of a full frame sensor dedicated to photography, but it works very well in Full HD. 12 years ago, it was amazing. It was a revelation. I remember when I see the result of the first shot, I was like, wow, okay, my life will change. My life will change. It's true. Everything changed after this. And we have the choice of a variety of lenses, EF lenses, more than 80 model at this time. So it was completely crazy. And after, in 2011, I have the chance to be part of the launch of the first C300, Super 35. And 5 years after, the Cine Servo range with the wide-angle Cine Servo dedicated to Super 35. So yes, why I prefer large sensor? High sensitivity, high dynamic range, and depth of field, shallow focus.
Clear, very clear, very clear, very clear.
Paul?
Paul, any question from London or from EME region in general?
No, I've had nothing through actually, but I think I might have a slight issue with my other system, so they may not have just come through.
But Ivan, did you have any question from your side? Paul, do you want to know anything? No, you know already.
Yeah, I mean, I would be interested to know just how easy. It was touched on earlier on, but the ability to mix the different cameras, even if you're using different sensor sizes. So within that setup, you've gone from 0.5-3-inch sensors right the way through to full frame. And each one of these has a different characteristic for depth of field, for field of view, etc. But they've all been matched very, very well and very, very effectively. So from a color point of view, from an image point of view,
completely.
How does this?
Yes, completely.
Yeah, how does this help you as a producer and director?
Thank you for the question. But thanks to Stefan, the shading operator, and also the Canon color science, and also all the custom profiles present on all the products, XF range, even I can match very easily with the custom profiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You can.
So, can you confirm that it's easy for you, even if I use EF lenses and Cine Servo? It's our case because the C70 is equipped with a 20mm EF range, and all the other are Cine Servo. So you can confirm that you can match perfectly. Thanks.
Yeah. The main thing I did was white balance at the beginning.
Yes.
I don't always do white balances. Let's be clear about white balances.
Okay.
It's because white balance is something too much technical. You don't always want the white to be white in the perception of the audience. But the exercise here that I did the white balance. And of course, I set all the menus and the CP profile. I adapted for my own preference. I took the HLG base, but I modified it a little bit. And it matched right away. I must say also that I activated the optical compensation in the menu. You have the aberration compensation. I don't remember the terms, the words, but all the optical settings are set to on. And right away it matches.
Yeah.
And then I can do my our artistic intention which was something where the white is not really completely white. It's not neutral. We can bring some dominance.
Do you trust also? Do you trust also in the digital trinity of the thanks to the Canon sensor, processor, and lens together, all together?
If I believe,
yes, yeah. I trust on this because they build everything. It's the same company, so the lens.
No, yeah, it's how do you say? It's coherent.
Yes.
It's
combination. No?
Yeah, it's of
the
course
right combination.
Yeah, it's a good combination, of course, because Canon manufacture and propose these processors which are tremendous.
Yeah.
I mean, plus the lenses and also the sensor. Of course, it's a perfect match. And the way they arrange the different lines of cameras to match between them is really good. Really good.
Sorry, Steph.
So my job was really easy. Actually, I'm not a magician. No, I'm just a technician. So it was quite easy to match all the cameras today. I'm not talking about especially the pan tilt zoom because intentionally we left a basic, setup.
Yes, to show that it's very simple.
It's simple to work.
To work, yes.
But on the big sensor side, yes, I did my usual work.
Yeah. Oh, yes, thanks for this added.
Yeah, you mentioned intention and HLG.
Yeah.
And I just, for our audience, our initial intention was to make HDR streaming, live streaming.
Yeah. Where are you in HLG?
Yeah, and the platform was not yet, so we moved into HLG. So thanks to this HLG and what you did, I think.
Thanks to Stefan.
Yeah, that's what I said. Thanks to Stefan and. You manage very well this.
To finish, to reply to Paul, I want also to add that since I'm a student, I fall in love with lenses, as thanks to director as Sergio Leone or Stanley Kubrick, who used the narrative grammar to. All the audience remember that Sergio Leone changed from the ultra close-up to ultra wide shots. So it's like a writer, but with lenses. So I fell in love with this. And don't forget that the first guy of the Canon brand is optical guy. So I trust a lot. I have many choices. We have seen with the slide of Paul that we have Cine range with a lot of nice lenses. We have Cine Servo range. We have EF range. And we have also the new RF range. And we have the power to mix everything thanks to the EF mount. And with this guy, shading operator, I can also have the confirmation that all my workflow is completely, you match everything. Even if I use EF, so for a director, it's just...
even with EF photo.
Like a gift.
Yeah.
So it's, yes, I'm passionate, but it's also easy for me to be passionate with this kind of tools.
Okay, I'm checking any...
Are you okay with the reply, dear Paul?
Oh, yes. Thank you very much. Very clear.
Jean,
just checking if
you have to keep the rhythm, huh?
Yeah,
no silence, huh?
Yes, I'm just checking if there is...
yes, but...
Question from the floor. What technology are you using for wireless transmission on the C70 and the gimbal? This is a question coming, I think, from Dubai. I don't know.
Yesterday, we have a trouble with my small wireless transmission tool.
Yeah.
So we have decided to change from Sebastien or Eric could reply. I can go with you could.
Yeah, it's a Teradek.
Teradek.
Yeah. It's a Teradek wireless.
Yes.
I don't know which model exactly.
Which model, but it's Teradek one. Yes, it's impressive to have a wireless transmission with the C70 on one gimbal in a workflow. It works. I remember the shot with the drummer inside. It's very nice with the drummer of Diatori.
Yeah. It was very nice. Great.
Yes.
Yeah, the price is a little bit of compression. Sorry.
Oh, you're right. You have to mention. You have to mention.
Okay, so I think it's time to finish this Q&A.
Okay.
So I really would like to thank technical team, all people who are there with us for more than 48 hours. Stefan, Sebastien, your team. Thank you, Paul, from our headquarters in London. Maybe if you want Stefan, Seb, to say last word.
You want to say something, Stefan?
No, I mean, yes.
Do you like this Canon event?
Yes, I like it very much. Yeah,
yes?
Yeah, it's fun.
Thank you to join us.
Fun. Yeah,
it's
you're
a chance, I know, because you are full booked. And I just want to ask some, like a service, an advice? No. Conseil.
Advice?
Service.
Yeah,
a small gift to Paul, please. Could you, I give you the floor 2 minutes more, because I have to change the setup to have the chance to see the last live performance of the Attori.
Yes.
Thanks to them, because during this current period, it's very difficult for the artist to be on stage. So this event is something very nice for them to be, and we have the chance to have this band with us. The Attori, thanks very much again to be with, to join us on this event. It's a real chance. And Paul, do you accept my proposal?
Yep, sure.
Thank you.
Again, really, thanks to everybody involved in putting this together. I hope that you have found it useful, informative, and inspiring. And again, I'd just like to say that information on the whole range of the equipment that Sebastian's been using for this event it can be found on our website. And please, there are how to contact us details on there, where your nearest dealer is, etc. It's a valuable resource, so please visit it. And hopefully sometime in the not too distant future, we'll be able to have live events again, and we'll be able to show you how good these products are in person. So thanks again to Sebastien and the team over there, and thanks for inviting me to take part. It's been good fun.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Paul. I have to say goodbye. It's the end. It's the end. So, Paul, again, it was a real pleasure to be in your company for this event. You gave us a lot of good information regarding PTZ and Cinemarius lineup. So, thanks again for this. And I think we have another session this afternoon at 3 o'clock.
3 p.m.
3 p.m.
CEST.
Yep. See you then.
Do you accept to join us?
Oh, go on then, as it's you. And you asked me so nicely.
Thank you very much, Paul. See you soon. See you this afternoon.
Take care.
And for all the audience who have not the chance to join us this afternoon, stay connected.
And be creative.
Be creative. Bye-bye. Are you ready, the Attori? Are you ready, guys?
Just 2 minutes.
2 minutes, okay.
Sorry.
So we have the chance
to
speak more to our audience.
Okay, so Sebastien.
Yes.
Thank you for this event. To the audience, it was a big event for us to organize a Canon Multicam event. We try to be more. We talk about creativity. We always say be creative. So we have decided to, with Sebastian's support and our headquarters, to make something very creative, not simple webinars. And Sebastien accepts the challenge, so thank you for this.
50%, it was nice, I think, to have 50% of real detailed presentation of the products, but also a real demonstration in live, with the live performance, and also with all the behind the scene of a team, because a director with a team is very near of nothing. It's like I'm alone if I have not my team. So again, thanks again to all my team. You are in my heart, and I love you very much.
Yeah.
It's okay, I think. I will ask the Attori if they are.
Good, guys.
Yes.
Sorry for the wait.
No, it's okay.
problem.
And thanks for your band to join us again today.
Thanks for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. When you want.
Let's go.
We got that she's cool. Let's go. Oh, you're sparking up. It's a strange type of rush. I don't want nothing much. Give me love, you're the good stuff. Oh, you're sparkling love. Shining star from above. Girl, you're my sugar crush. Never up on the up right now. Ooh, baby, got that summer vibe. I can see it in the way you get me through. Wanna feel your body kiss me the cold of the night. Gotta hold me so tight. Everybody's just to hold her, take your breath. What she like is she out playing burning cool. Yeah, she's cool. Oh, you're sparking love. It's a strange type of rush. I don't want nothing much. Give me love, you're the good stuff. Oh, you're sparkling love. Shining star from above. Girl, you're my sugar crush. Never up on the up right now. Tell me when it's fade out. Is this all for real? I wish that we could find a galaxy. 'Cause I wanna show you places, things you'll never see. Tell me how we still kept our sanity. Tell me why we still in reality. Oh, you're sparkling love. It's a strange type of rush. I don't want nothing much. Give me love, you're the good stuff. Oh, you're sparkling love. Shining star from above. Girl, you're my sugar crush. Never up on the up right now. Oh, we want sunshine, roses. I don't need nobody else but you. It's a good time. Notice magic in the way that dreams come true. Thank you so much.
Woo!
Cheers, guys.
What, Yatori? Cool. So, bye-bye, and see you this afternoon.